Hello traders, welcome back to the channel. Hope you are all doing great. Today is 21st of December, and in today's video I will tell you how your brokers are scamming you. In fact, all these years, if you have been in this market for a very long time, you must be knowing what are all the charges they are putting and how they are charging you, right? Now there was a recent circular from SEBI which was called True to the Label circular. Now what this circular did is they are trying to restrict not only discount brokers, even free brokers, right? There are platforms which are giving free brokerage, and there are, I don't want to name them, but I can tell you there is no free lunch or there is no such broker as free broker. You have to understand this. In fact, they are looting money from you. I will tell you in this video clearly how they are making money. And if you know, a few days back there was a post like one broker bought a very expensive sports car for maybe 2.5 crores, and of course why he will not make buy a expensive sport car if he is looting money from retail people, right? Now before going into the content, or before, you have to understand there is a framework or there is a ecosystem when it comes to SEBI, right? Now there is a term called market infrastructure institutions. So what is this called? Market infrastructure institution. So market infrastructure institution is a term where exchanges, your clearing member, your broker, these intermediaries come under market infrastructure institutions. Now what they will do is, all these people, whenever, let's say for example, you are doing a trade in Nifty, or you are doing a trade in NSE, or you are doing a trade in BSE, you will have to pay how much? 7 type of charges. Whether you are buying or whether you are selling, doesn't matter, you have to pay 5 type of charges. What are all the charges? First thing is, you will have to pay your brokerage. Second thing, you have to pay your CGST, which is central GST. Then third thing is SGST, which is state GST. Then you have to pay SEBI transaction charges, which is going to go to SEBI. Then you have to pay NSE transaction charges, which will go to exchange transaction charges, which will go to maybe NSE or BSE or MCX, whichever exchange you are trading. Then you will have to pay STT, which is security transaction charges, which will go to your the central government. And last but not least, you have to pay stamp duty, which is going to go to your state, from which state ever you have registered or opened your trading account. You will have to pay the state stamp duty. So 7 type of charges you are paying. Now when it comes to discount broker, they will charge you around maybe 20 rupees, or maybe less than that, or flat they will charge annually, you will have to pay, or maybe 20 rupees, right? Now there are different type of brokers. Now whatever I told is discount broker, but there are brokers, free brokers. They don't charge brokerage at all, right? No matter how much you are trading, no matter how much you are whatever you are doing, they will not charge you. When you see the contract note, which most of us will not do, you cannot see brokerage charges at all. Now if you have a question, or if you ask how these brokers, so-called free brokers, are making money, in fact they are making good money. I will tell you how these brokers are making money. You will have to understand, out of these 7 charges which I told, you have to observe the exchange transaction charges, right? Now exchange transaction charges, let me tell you this. We'll go back to the ecosystem or framework, how these people are working in our MII framework, right, which is market infrastructure institutions. Now what NSE, let's say you are taking a trade for around 1 lakh rupees. Now what exchange will do is, they will charge, let's say, I'm just giving you example hypothetically, this is not the real case, numbers may change. Let us say you are doing a trade in NSE, or let's say you are doing a trade in BSE. What this exchange will do is, they will charge a transaction charge for doing a trade. Let's say for example you are doing a trade, or your turnover on a particular trade is around 1 lakh rupee. They will charge 35 paisa as a exchange transaction charges. Now what this brokers will do is they will put 100% markup on exchange transaction charges. You have to understand this. They will put a markup of around how much? 100% in exchange transaction charges, which means if you are trading for around let's say 1 lakh rupee and exchange transaction charges is actually 35 paisa, they will charge you maybe 70 paisa or 80 paisa, 100% markup in exchange transaction charges. Now we don't go and see what is the NSE transaction charges or what actually these exchanges are charging the brokers, right? Now if you calculate, let us say for a guy like me, daily turnover will be in crores. Now you tell me how much I will pay in exchange transaction charges and how much they will make money. Let's say for example, if my transaction charges for one day is around 1000 rupees or 1200 rupees, his markup on that alone is around how much? 600 rupees or maybe 650 rupees. And this is slab wise system. The more higher the transaction turnover value, the more the transaction charges exchanges will charge to brokers, and this brokers will keep 100% markup and they will transfer it to the retail people. So this is how they are making huge money in exchange transaction charges. Now apart from, let's say, that is why you will see many articles in recent time that, you know, I don't want to name these people, all this free brokerage plan, whatever free brokers, there are so many brokers. What they are doing is they are coming out and telling they are going to, earlier they used to, they never charge for equity derivatives. Now they are starting to charge, right? Even big brokers who is having market share in brokerage industry in this fraternity are coming out and saying we are going to charge for delivery equities, right? Now the reason why these people are doing is because true to label circular from SEBI told whatever charges exchanges are, they have given instructions to this intermediaries or people who are in market infrastructure instrument. Whatever charges you are paying, you have to pass it, whatever actual charges you are paying, you have to pass it to end user, to the retailer or to the trader. So that is the reason they have started asking for 20 rupees or whatever the brokerage for even equity delivery, right? Before it was free, now they are charging 20 rupees. So this way they are making huge money in exchange transaction charges. So that's why I told, whether you are buying or whether you are selling or whether you are doing any transaction, there are 7 types of transaction you will have to focus on. And on this 7 transaction, they cannot see on this 7 transaction, one is going to the broker. If you are trading with a discount broker, 20 rupees he will keep. Obviously that is a income for him, and that is a direct income for him. And apart from that, SGST, CGST will go to the central government, right? Then STT will also go to the central government. Out of these 4 charges, brokerage, SGST, CGST and STST, 1 will be to broker, 3 will go to the central government, 1 will go to the SEBI. That is very, very few, because SEBI wants to know what transaction you are doing. Apart from that, you will have what is that? You will have state stamp duty, which will go to your respective state. And last but not least is exchange transaction charges. So your broker will make money in your brokerage, and he will make money also in exchange transaction charges. Now what they have done, you charge 20 rupees, that is not an issue. What this true label sorry, what is that, true to label circular did is, whatever exchange is charging, you have to directly pass it to your end user or retailer. You cannot mark up on that money. So that is the problem where all this discount broker or so-called what to say, free brokers are having a dent. Actually already they are, if you know what is happening, already volumes have come down. Many intraday traders have stopped the money. You imagine, if you are an intraday trader, how much STT you would have paid, how much transaction charges, exchange transaction charges you would have made, how much money they would have made, daily expiry, daily charges, so much money they would have made, right? Now they are struggling. When they made money, they didn't open their mouth. But when when SEBI is coming with new circulars, they are starting to panic, right? So be careful. See what your trader, what your broker is doing. Look at the contract note, and if you have any questions, call them and ask them why you are charging so much. So this is very, very important. Many people will not know, but you have to understand how these people are making money. Of course, I am not saying they are not, there are lots of regulatory hierarchy when it comes to broker. Running a brokerage firm in India is not as simple as what we think. There are lots of things you will have to undergo. There are lots of norms when it comes to a broker, running a broking company in India. I'm not denying, it is obvious, but SEBI is not only restricting retailers in terms of rules. They are also restricting intermediaries. They are also restricting exchanges. They are also restricting clearing members. They are also restricting brokers, so that we are going to have a stable market. You have to understand this. Previously we had lots of injection, we had lots of spikes. Now you can understand why there are no lots of spikes, or why there are no lots of injection, because of all these restrictions. End of the day, what you will have to know is that we will have to make money in this market. I have told in many of my previous video that it is very, very hard to make money in this market. In fact, for the last 3 or 4 months we have not made money because of huge volatility, making two-way, three-way moves in the market. But all these rules, whatever rules they are bringing, is good for retailers, is what I want to say in this video, right? I hope you enjoyed this video. I will see you in at another video. Till then, take care. Bye.